Modern Homestead, Alaska. Today we're going to review the pellet stove versus the Alaska winter. If that is something you're interested in, why don't you stick around? I'm going to get myself something to eat. I got a couple of chores I have to do. Why don't you grab something to eat or something to drink and join me today for the video. See you in a few. Those of you that have stuck around and you're interested in a review of this pellet stove and how it is serving our family here in Alaska in the winter time. If this is something you are interested in, or heating, homesteading, or our family in general, would you go ahead and subscribe to our channel right now and give us a thumbs up if you get to the end of the video and you really enjoyed yourself. So let's get into it. We ordered the main heat sources for our house way back in April. They were so back ordered that we didn't get one of the stoves in until October, and we didn't get the wood cook stove, which is the main heat source for this level of the house, until the week of Christmas. If you're interested in either one of those things or the wood cook stove, we have 2 videos on that. I'm gonna link those in the description box below. Our pellet stove is a Comfort Bilt. Comfort Bilt has their own YouTube channel. I'm going to link you to them if you get to the end of this and you're really interested in this pellet stove in particular. I am not an expert in heating, but I want to tell you our experience here in Alaska and how we have been heating. This pellet stove has been intended to be our alternate heat source. Why would we need something like this? Well, when you heat with wood, you have to be here. You have to load those stoves. You have to attend to that fire. And if I wanted to leave for the day and go to Anchorage or someplace like that, I need an alternate heat source, something that's gonna run while I'm gone and keep the house at least above freezing until I can get home and stoke up those fires. So based on our house, the layout, this corner, those sort of things, we landed on a pellet stove. We got this stove installed in July, all the way back when it was rainy and they were just drywalling the house. Actually, here's a picture of the day we installed it. We needed to help dry out the house in the middle of the rainy season. And so this thing has been running, I kid you not, non-stop until the week of Christmas or New Year's when we got the cook stove finally in, and it has done amazing. One of the things we ran across though in getting this stove was getting the pellets. I'm actually gonna show you really quick what we were going through all the way back in August trying to get pellets for this stove. I went to buy pellets because the only stove we actually have right now is a pellet stove. And Wasilla, where we live near, is completely out. We have no idea when they're going to be getting any more. And so I ordered 4 pallets, which is 50 bags. So we're going through about a bag a day when it's cold. I ordered 4 of them and then got a phone call that they can't guarantee it won't be sold out from underneath me. They're the only place in the state that even has pellets right now. So we are going to make the 1 hour and 40-minute drive to Anchorage tonight and then again tomorrow in the 2 pickups in order to get enough fuel to heat this house for at least a few months coming. So. We are here. Caleb is unloading the 6th and final pallet for wood heat in the house. So each pallet had 50 bags, 40 pounds times 6, so 300 bags of pellets. I couldn't do this without those kids. So super, super appreciative of everything that they've done. So I want to take a quick second and show you kind of some of the ins and outs and how this stove works. Let's take a look at that. It has these 2 side panels back here. You can take those off, but you need a screwdriver, and we're not doing that kind of review today. And then these open, both of the sides, I have all of it open. And then this just simply, it's, you want it tight so it's not getting airflow, but you just open that, and that's how I took the ash pan out on both sides. This is the part that the pellets fall into, and it kind of gets some buildup. And in there, you can see that. That is where the infrared light, I guess is what it is, that actually lights pellets and burns those. All right, now that we have that back in, we're gonna take a peek up here. So this is kind of how that stove works. So the flame goes up here, it heats these, the blower blows through those and pushes the warm air across the house. I just cleaned my inside of my glass with some vinegar, and then this just latches like so. This is the hopper. This is where we load the pellets, and down here is an auger. You don't want to put your fingers in it. It's really. I do not have a thermostat on mine. You can attach these to a thermostat. We do ours based on this little number, if you can see that. That is telling you how many pellets it is dropping and how hot. I simply turn the power button on. You immediately hear the pellets start dropping. And that infrared is gonna light it. All right, now that we know how the stove works, now that we know the woes of getting pellets here in Alaska, let's talk about the heat and our experience. So in November, we got record 15 days below zero. Many of those times, those negative temperatures hit all the way to 21 degrees below zero. So it was so cold in November. So rolling into December, we had 9 days at negative or below temperatures here as well, where our house is located. And this was the heat source. This thing has been a trooper. It has carried us through. It has heated really well. In comparison to wood heat though, because I can actually compare the two here at the house, this is like having a really hot blow dryer versus wood heat is this saturating heat that you feel it everywhere you go. So radiant heat versus this, there really isn't a comparison. If you can heat with wood, you're going to be better off, but you have to have something else to heat your house with. And that is why we have this. And we are completely happy with this stove. It has not been problemsome. It has been easy to clean. We have done good maintenance on it, and we are actually really happy with this heat source. Although we've blown through a lot more pellets than we had planned, we actually were able to keep this house warm, stay in this area of the house in those sub-zero temperatures, and not freeze in the Alaska winter. So how does this pellet stove hold up against the Alaska winter? Excellent, in my opinion. We are very, very happy. So I give them 2 big fat thumbs up because that's all the thumbs I have. And there you have it. A great big thank you to those of you that have stuck around all the way to the end. In an upcoming episode, we're gonna talk about cast iron from beginning to end. If this is something that you're interested in, now would be a good time to subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. We don't want you missing anything we're doing on this homestead. Come along our journey, join us. We'd love to have you. See you next time.